What's going on, guys? Killer6 back with another Borderlands Top 5, and today we're looking at the worst bosses in Borderlands 2. So let's get right into it. Number 5. This is Hurley, one of the oddest, most pointless encounters in the entire game. You just made your way through Washburn Refinery and slaughtered dozens of robots, then you come to an open area and you're greeted by this cutscene. Hurley is the only boss in the game whose cutscene plays every time you fight him, which would make you think he's somewhat important, or at least a moderately tough boss, but no. Hurley is one of the easiest quote-unquote boss fights in the game, and he is also one of the least rewarding. Hurley is one of the few bosses in this game that actually doesn't even have any sort of dedicated loot drop. Number 4, Badass Asaurus Rex. This boss has a wide variety of attacks, including homing missiles that'll track you even when you're in deception. He resists all damage types, and he's generally one of the most annoying fights in the game. What makes this fight even worse is that he only has one decent item in his loot pool, the slow hand. And let's be honest, there are dozens of better shotguns in the game that are far less annoying to farm. I'm pretty sure the only time that anybody ever actually wanted to fight Badass Asaurus Rex was when he was dropping the Contraband Skyrocket and Cobra during Day 28 of the loot hunt. Aside from that, this fight is annoying, it is pointless, it's not rewarding, and I would highly recommend never ever bothering to fight this guy unless they actually gave him something in his loot pool worth farming for. Number 3 is the Waddle Gobbler. This entire DLC was bad, but this boss fight in particular is terrible. First off, you're fighting a giant turkey who craps egg bombs at you. Now, while that's admittedly pretty funny, it doesn't make for a good boss fight. What's worse is that it's not the Waddle Gobbler that you even have to worry about during this quote-unquote boss fight, but it's all the badasses around him instead that often kill you. The only thing that redeems this entire DLC are the 3 loot chests at the end of this. Number 2 is Master G. Featuring some of the most ridiculous fight mechanics in all of Borderlands, this boss fight requires you to kill G's worms and then make him walk through their death goo in order to slowly strip his shields. This wouldn't be so bad if you could do any damage to him during this phase, but no, instead you have to run around the arena dodging his harpoon attacks and his worms, being cautious not to allow too much of the dead worm poison to accumulate in the arena, otherwise you'll die. This fight is so annoying and so obnoxious that most players will only do it once, if at all, and be done with it. Also, his loot pool isn't anywhere near enticing enough to bother. Dishonorable mention goes to Flyboy. Flyboy is built up as your next opponent for a while in the Campaign of Carnage DLC. You see him on the leaderboards at number 2 for a long time. So by the time you ascend to the top of his tower to face him, you're hoping for this interesting fight, but instead, Flyboy is insta-killed by Piston in what should only be described as the most anticlimactic boss fight in all of Borderlands 2. Number 1, Sidious the Invincible. Now, after spending almost 100 Iridium activating all of these totems to spawn in Sidious, you would expect an amazing fight against a tough boss. But instead, you spawn in a bunch of badass savages and super badass witch doctors. By the time you finish killing all of them, you're probably running low on ammo and you're definitely running low on patience. And that, and only after that, is when Sidious pops out. Now, the problem with Sidious is that he can only be killed by shooting these tiny little white dots on his body, which are kind of like little crit spots. The problem is they only appear sporadically and they always appear in different locations. And hitting them is really difficult, even when you're hosing him down with an infinity pistol like I'm doing here and an amp shield. That's just crazy. So the main strategy is that you hide underneath the lodge and you slowly work him down, which makes for one of the most boring boss fights that you can possibly imagine. Now, Sidious can drop some pretty sweet loot though. As you can see from this clip, I'm going to end up with 2 legendaries, and he also has the potential to drop the Chopper, which is a machine gun style assault rifle that fires a continuous stream of bullets. Well, there you have it, guys. That was my top 5 worst bosses in Borderlands 2. What are your picks for the worst bosses? Let me know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed the video, then click that like button, hit subscribe, and come say hi in the comment section. Also, be sure to check out some of my other top 5 Borderlands videos by clicking on the links at the end of this video. Thanks for watching. Take care.